shit. What is up, you guys? It's your favorite tarot reader, and I am back. Except for I'm not back with another read. I'm back with a VLOGMAS. Okay, so this is going to be a mukbang. Obviously, y'all see I'm finna eat. This is going to be a mukbang, and this is also going to be a story time about me getting molested or whatever. So I got some seafood, and I was just trying to like let it cool off. This is how it looks. I got some tilapia, some eggs, some corn, some crab legs, and potatoes. So I'm gonna try to keep this video like as short as I can. As short as I can. I got some wine right here. And yeah, we just gonna talk and sip and eat and all that good stuff. Okay, so I'm not gonna make y'all wait. This is a piece of the tilapia. But yeah, I never made tilapia before. That's actually really good. Oh my god. I guess I'm gonna start making tilapia. But okay, so and then I got some ranch and butter sauce over here. So the first time okay, so I'm sorry. I'm a little tipsy and I'm a little bit nervous to be filming this because I don't know who's gonna see it in my family and you know, blah blah blah. So I'm trying my best to just be calm, but I definitely have to drink tonight in order to do this video. So the first time I remember being molested, I believe I was around 4 years old, and I was at my dad's house, or where he was living at the time. And I remember I had on a big t-shirt. Mind y'all, I have DID. And this is when my DID first started. This is how it started. So yeah. So when I was 4 years old, I remember myself like, I remember myself being in like a big t-shirt. And I remember jumping on my daddy's bed. Next thing I know, I was downstairs. I don't remember how I got downstairs. I don't remember if this was a different day. My memories are very scattered out. As y'all know, like I said, I got DID. So some of my memories aren't mine. If that makes sense. If you understand, you understand. If you don't, you don't. Okay. So pretty much the first instance I remember was being in a bunk bed with a little boy. Not a little boy, he was like 15. I'm gonna have food in my teeth, okay? Don't worry about it, it's all good. Pay attention to the story. So I remember being on the bunk bed, and me and this boy named L, I'll call him L because his name starts with L, was at the top bunk, and he was my cousin. Obviously my dad's nephew. So yeah, the first time I really just remember him like rubbing me, like just rubbing me, rubbing my whole body down. And y'all might think like, oh, that's not bad, but I just remember feeling like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I remember feeling like it was weird that he was doing that. I remember that. My second instance, I think he was just testing me, like testing me to see what I'll allow him to do without telling my dad. So I'm pretty sure I was like spending the night, like the weekend over there or something, because I think it was the next day. I don't remember for sure, but I remember it was morning time, and we was on a pallet in the floor in the living room. Okay, so I just remember it being like his sister, his brother, who was older, sister was younger, then it was him. And me and him was on the edge, and I just remember him like pulling his stuff out and just kind of like putting the tip, not even to where I could see it because I couldn't, but I was laying like this, like I was laying on my back with my hands on my shoulder, like not on my shoulder but on my chest like this, and he was laying next to me just kind of like rubbing it like on my leg and my arm and my body, and just yeah. But that's when my DID started, when I was 4. It was the second time. I just remember somebody whispering in my ear like it's okay baby, like it's okay baby. And I know now that it was my grandma. I think my grandma had actually died that year, now that I think about it. Maybe not though, I don't know, I don't remember, I don't got a good memory. But I didn't think it was gonna be so hard to talk about this shit, to be honest. 606, thank you, Cinemasters. But yeah, so pretty much that's how my DID started. Like, I pretty much created a different personality. Like, I don't want to be here, I don't like what's happening to me, and I went into my head. And honestly, I think I didn't come out my head for a long time. So for a long time, I was living as whichever spirit guide had taken over, okay? So I was a little bit older at this point. I don't know how old I was though, but I know my mama was working at this school in Milwaukee called Andrew Douglas. And it was a middle school / high school, and she was the cheerleading coach. So every weekend or whatever, she would have these 2 girls come over our house. I'm gonna call them L and N. And I used to be at my god sister house. Like, I'll call them D and E. D and E went through a lot with me, but that's not my story to tell, so I'm not gonna put their business out there. I don't care. But yeah, so 843.87 equal 6. Thank you, Master. So pretty much, my mama used to have these 2 girls come over here, and I don't think her older sister knew what she was doing, or maybe she was just like, that's not my business, or maybe something was being done to them. I don't know, but I know she made up this thing and she called it doing a drill. Now, mind you, we was on the dance team, so anytime we said we was going downstairs to do the drill in the basement, our parents probably thought we was just going down there to dance, like to make up a dance, because we was on the dance team. We was also on a team called DA2, so we used to just dance, like that was our thing. And she used to call us in the basement and be like, come on y'all, let's go do the drill. And we would just lay down in the bed naked. I mean, not naked, we wasn't naked, but we would just all lay down in the bed in the dark, and we would just bump each other. Meaning, she wanted us to, like, she would bump her private parts like on my butt, and then I would bump mine on another girl's, and then another girl's would bump hers on the other girl. So it was kind of like, it was 4 of us. We was laying down all in like a straight line. She would first start off with me, always, and the other girls used to be so mad, like, yeah, you need girlfriend and blah 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 and blah blah blah. And I'm like, first of all, bitches, like, I don't want this shit to be being done to me. And honestly, I don't know why they was jealous to this day, because it's like, bitch, we was all in a fucked up ass situation. So that went on for, I don't even remember how long, to be honest, but it was a long ass time, probably like a year or two. And I remember the first day it started, we got told to go to sleep. I think it was like Christmas or some type of holiday. They was spending it with us, so I'm guessing their family life wasn't good or something. Cause why the fuck y'all always with y'all cheerleading coach? Like, now that I think about it, like, that shit weird, like, girl. But That tilapia good as fuck. So 431, 44. So mind you, I've forgiven all these people, okay? I'm just telling y'all my story because I feel like it's necessary for somebody out there. So that happened. Then we gonna call this dude named JJ. We used to play like hide and seek at my god sister's house. Everything went down at my god sister's house, okay? Like my mama used to be kicking it, like she used to be out. She would go out with her friends or be in the living room smoking weed and just kicking it and living her life. Like mom was young when she had me. She was 25. So I'm pretty sure, like, I don't judge my mom now. It's kind of like you didn't know. Even though I kind of feel like, I don't know, I feel like she knew, but nonetheless, I don't even want to talk about that. But yeah, so pretty much it was just like after that, the dude JJ started coming around. He was my mom's best friend, sister's son. And every time we played hide and seek, he would find me and touch me, like rub on me or like rub his stuff against my back. And I was older at this time to the point where I could have said something, but I don't know, I have to be like 12, 13. I honestly don't even remember ages, but maybe 11. But I just remember him kissing me and his mouth just like being nasty and big and like sloppy and just like I really don't even want to eat no more. That shit just threw me off. 12, so if they kiss me after. You think you healed from some shit until you fucking get to talking about that shit. And then it's like, bitch, you was allowing this shit to just happen. Like, okay, so after that was happening, that happened a couple times, probably for like a year, but not all the time. Like, it wasn't, we didn't always play hide and seek. Well, we kind of did. And to me, I low-key kind of felt like they were setting me up, because why are we playing hide and seek? It's only one boy and it's 3 girls. And the 2 girls was related to him. They was his cousin, so it's like, of course y'all not finna do nothing to her. And then another memory that I remember is like us being at my granny house, and we would make like my half cousins, not make, but like my half cousins and my real cousins would like do stuff together. And I'm just like, why are we allowing them to do this? Like, why is this a thing? Like, why is this okay? Like, we young as fuck. And in my mind, I was thinking all of this, but I never really had a voice. Like, I never fucking really had a fucking voice. Like, my whole life, I just... I don't know. I just never really said shit. Like, I don't know, like, who I'm gonna say some shit to. Like, my mama... The fuck, mama wasn't really around. Like, she wasn't a bad mom. She was young and she was kicking it and she was living life. Like, my mom really did enjoy the fuck out of her life. Like, it just is what it is. 435, 444. I just heard forgiveness. But yeah, so the last time that I was molested, I was raped, but I was only raped like by one person, and it was my baby daddy. So I'll tell that story last. But my last time being molested, I was about, I want to say high school. Like, and that seemed kind of old, I know, but no, scratch that. It couldn't have been high school, because she didn't have her baby yet. Yeah, she didn't have her baby yet, so I don't know when this was. This was probably like freshman year or maybe like 8th grade year or something like that. I don't exactly remember, but I just remember this dude named Jay. Now this is somebody else, but this is still somebody that my mom's best friend. It was her boyfriend at the time's nephew. And he looked like Urkel. He wore these fucking glasses. He had some big ass eyes, ugly as fuck. And I just remember, like, I was laying on the couch and I wasn't getting along with any of the people that we was with. I was with this girl named T, I was with D, E, and then it was him. So it was 4 of us. There was no grown-ups in the house, like always. 33 thank you to the master. It was never fucking grown-ups around me, like. But Mom, if you watch this, I'm so sorry. This is my perspective. If you don't feel like it went this way, that's fine, but this is my story to tell, okay? So after so I guess we had been out all day, like, playing and running around the streets and stuff like that, and we had got back to the house, and I don't know why, but we was, like, falling asleep, and I think I was the first one to, like, fall asleep, like, on the couch. And I just remember waking up to him, like, rubbing me, like, touching me everywhere, all over my body. And I remember this girl named E, like, being like, why are you touching her? Like, why are you doing that? And she sleep. Like, she spoke up for me, which I appreciated, but she didn't stop it. She was just kind of like, why are you touching her? Why, stop touching her. And then she woke me up and she was like, Priest, like, he touching you. And I was like, can you move? Or I don't know what I said. I think I just was like, like, I was faking like I was asleep because I was already awake. Like, I already knew what he was doing, but I was kind of like crippled. It was kind of like, I don't know why, but I just let people do things to me. And I know now that I'm a sexual healer, like, it was just in my journey to go through that stuff, to heal those people. That's just who I am. I am a tantric healer, a sexual healer. I have healed a lot of men who did not love me through sex. And it's something that I had to learn to accept about myself, because for a long time I felt like, well, maybe you a hoe because you just let this shit happen. But no, I feel like it was God. 17 equal 8 abundance. Like, real shit. 438 equals 6. Yeah, 7 plus 8 equals 6. So it was just kind of like, I just felt like what they needed was more important than what I needed at the time. And to me, I felt like, shit, I'm getting attention, I'm getting this, I'm getting that, like, whatever. Like, I don't know. But I just remember, like, me going back to sleep to him, touching my stuff, like, touching my areas and touching my butt and rubbing on me. And kissing me in my sleep. And I'm like, your mouth is nasty. Like, both of them had big ass lips. And I remember about the dude named Jarrell, like, his tongue was so, like, pointy, and it was kind of like he was sticking his tongue in my mouth like this, like, because I was like that, like, faking like I was asleep. So I just remember him going like yeah. I'm so nauseous. I can't even look at this food. I'm so annoyed. I did not expect this video to go like this, because I was just in such a good mood. Matter of fact, I'm still in such a good mood. But yeah, so the last time that anything had sexual trauma related had ever happened to me was on New Year's of 2016. I was almost finna have my baby, and my baby daddy had raped me. Like, I know he'll say he hasn't, and I know he'll hate me after he sees this video, but honestly, I don't care about the people who have done what they did, because this is their karma. Like, my story has to be spoken. And so pretty much what happened was, I had went to my best friend at the time's house, Shaquan. I can say her name. But I had went to her house with Vaughn, and me and Vaughn hadn't spoken for months, but I was almost due to have my baby, and we was just like, fuck it, like, let's just be around each other, like let's just see if this can work. And he had begged me to, like, kick it with me and to hang out with me. And mind you, we had an abusive relationship. He used to always, like, pop up at my house and be at my window and be at my mom's house, just acting a fool and making a scene. And I had to cut him off because it wasn't healthy for my pregnancy. But, like, so before I got pregnant, he already used to, like, do shit to me, like, in my sleep. Like, he used to just, like, it's gonna sound weird, but he used to just play in my ass, like not my vagina, like while I was sleeping. Like he just used to play in my ass, like lick his fingers and play in my ass on some nasty shit. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm so sorry that I even had to say that, but I feel like my story is to be told. Like, I don't know. So I remember this day like it was fucking yesterday, dude. Like, we had went to Shaquan's house and he was drinking, and I think we ended up talking, and it slipped out his mouth that he had went to go have sex with a girl that I used to be really close with. And they went to the house and they was kicking it and chilling, and they was about to have sex, but she ended up leaving with her dude, like, who was his friend at the time. So they just missed the opportunity. And when I heard that, I'm like, 33, thank you so much. Like, you really finna tell me that? He's like, well, you're not understanding that I didn't have sex with her. I'm like, the only reason why you didn't have sex with her is because she left and made up with her nigga. Like, what are you talking about? Mind y'all, they was at a mutual friends of me and his house. His best friend who had become close with me. Like, it was just like, damn. So after he said that, I'm like, okay, take me home, blah, blah, blah. And he did not take me home. So he took me to Wendy's to get something to eat. And I'm just like, fuck that food. Like, I don't want that. Like, I don't want that. And I'm just cussing him out the whole ride home. Like, take me home, take me home, take me home. This nigga did not take me home. Okay, he took me to a hotel. And we fought all fucking night. Like, when I say, like, bitch, we was up in that bitch fighting. Mind you, I'm pregnant. And this was for New Year. So this was in January. And my baby was due in February. And we fighting. Like, this nigga fighting me, y'all. Like, he fighting me. And this was the second time. Damn, I had forgot about that first time. The first time was in a motel called motherfucking Diamonds in Milwaukee. Like, shitty ass motel too. Like, bitch, what? Like, that was the first time. I'm not even gonna, I'll tell a different story about that, because that's a whole story in itself, and I don't really have all the memory right now, so I probably gotta meditate on it. 21, thank you, Cinemasters. But on New Year's, I just remember he had left. He left. He went somewhere. I don't know where he went. No, that's the other story, so I'm getting shit mixed up. Okay, that's the other story. Okay, so fuck that story. So this story, matter of fact, I'm gonna tell both. So the first time, he had left and he had went to, I don't know where the fuck he went. I think he just went to go smoke or went to go kick it or something, like he went to go do. And I felt like, nigga, you taking too long. Like, get back to the hotel. Mind you, this was at the point where I was probably like 4 to 5 months pregnant. It wasn't that bad. And we had went to 2 motels, and the first one was just dirty. It was nasty. I didn't like it, and they didn't have Wi-Fi, so I wanted to leave because my phone was off at the time. And then the second one we went to was the one that was Diamond. It was a prostitute motel. Like, it was known for prostitutes being there, and we just paid cash because it was a prostitute motel. And we was just up in there, and I wanted to go to sleep, and he just kept touching me, and I just remember him having sex with me. And after that, we fought, and then he took me home. Like, he took me home right after he had sex with me. Like, I'm just like, it was like probably like 4 o'clock in the morning. He had sex with me, and then after he was done, like, I fought him. Like, I just started beating his ass. I'm just like, take me home, and he took me home at like 3, 4 in the morning. It had to be like 4 or 5 actually, because the sun was coming up. Yeah, but New Year's after we left Shaquan's house, we went to Wendy's, and then we went to the hotel. We went to the hotel, and it was far. It was all the way by the airport, because obviously on New Year's, all the fucking hotel rooms are going to be taken. So we went to the Doubletree Hotel in fucking, on the south side, all the way by the fucking airport. And I just remember just wanting to lay in the bed, like I was tired and I was exhausted. Mind you, I told him I didn't even want to go to the hotel in the first place. When we got to the hotel, he didn't have enough money. Like, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck do you not have enough money for this hotel? So I ended up having to pay for the hotel. I paid for it on my card, and he told me he was going to give me the money back. Like, he was going to give me the money back the next day. Which I was pissed off about. Like, what the fuck? Like, first of all, you going to bring me here to rape me, and I'm the one that I got to pay. So I paid for the hotel room, and then we went up to the room, and I thought shit was going to be good. I'm watching TV. Like, I was chilling. Like, I was mad at him for taking me. 9, thank you, Cinemasters. But at the same time, I didn't want to make it a thing. Actually, 9. But I didn't want to make it a thing. Like, I was just kind of like, whatever, fuck it, it is what it is. So I don't know, like after a couple hours, he was just like, I paid for this hotel room. I brought you all the way out here. I'm getting me some pussy first. Like, I'm finna fuck you. And I just remember him just like having sex with me. Mm-hmm. And I remember like he started off by like not even giving me head. Like he started off by like tossing my salad. If you know what that means, you know what it means. But he did that. And I hope I don't even know if I know what tossing the salad means, but I hope it was like oral, but it wasn't oral. Okay, I'll just say that. He did that. And I think he thought that I was going to be like turned on by that, but I wasn't. For one, I was insecure while I was pregnant about how I smelled, because as a woman, while you're pregnant, your senses is like heightened. So to me, I felt like I was just like stinky. Like I felt like I was just like, I had a lot of discharge and I was pregnant and I was sweaty, and it was just kind of like we had been fighting all night. So I didn't even want it. Like I was self-conscious and I was grossed out. I'm like, why do you even want to do this? And it was just kind of like the whole time I was sitting there just thinking like, oh my God, I'm so disgusted. I don't want him doing this. What is he thinking? Like what? Like I just remember so many thoughts going on in my mind, and I was just laying there and I wasn't enjoying it, and I think I honestly like zoned out. I don't even know if I was like paying attention to this nigga at this point. Like I don't even know. But yeah. And then I think we just went to sleep. We watched a movie or something. We went to sleep, and then the next day I'm just like, take me the fuck home. And then I hadn't talked to him again. When I had my baby, I didn't call him. Like, I think my mom had to call him because I was just like, fuck him. Like, at that point, I was done. But yeah, y'all, those are the stories of the times that I was molested. I wish I could have enjoyed my food, but it started making my stomach hurt. Like, the thought of some of the flashbacks that I was getting, it kind of made me uncomfortable. I've never really talked about this that much to anybody. I left some of the more graphic stuff out because I feel like people gonna know who I'm talking about when they watch this if you're from Milwaukee. So I just felt like some of the stuff did not. One thing that I do need to say though is that I just remember like when I was like 4 years old, like my vagina just being dug in, like in a painful way. Like motherfuckers just like what is this? Like I don't know. I don't know. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment down below. If you have been through something and you want to talk about it or anything like that, and you would like a reading or something like that, definitely leave a comment down below. Share this video to your friends if you think they have been through it. If you think a family member is dealing with it, tell somebody. The worst thing that happened was when I did finally tell my mom what happened. She was like, well, you let that shit happen. And I just like, the argument was done. We had been arguing for like an hour, and at that point when she said that, I walked right the fuck out of her house. I said, all right, for you to say some shit like that, like to anybody who has been molested, and my story is not even as bad as other people, but I don't want to ever invalidate what has happened to me. I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, well, your story not that bad, my story is worse, because I don't care. Everybody's story is worse. You know, we all have a story to tell, and if we have been through it, we know that in that moment we're not thinking about who else is hurt. We thinking about how the fuck we feeling right now, and how the fuck vulnerable we are, and how I don't know, I'm finna eat a motherfucking cupcake and just relax. I don't know, I'm probably finna go get in a bath and just sit there and drink my wine and talk to myself, because I feel like this was very therapeutic. I feel like this was very healing for me, but I feel like it also brought up a lot of memories, and now I gotta go deal with that shit. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm out of here, y'all.